We're going to be talking about the 10 steps to success in under 10 minutes. Let's go. The first step is to reprogram your mindset. Now, this includes things like acknowledging the abundance of wealth, okay? This is key because it's going to allow you to know truly how much money is out there in the world, okay? This is going to allow you to get out of that scarcity, kind of victimized mindset. Also, identify the why. Why are you doing what you're doing, and why are you even approaching this path to success? You kind of have to know that before you just dive into reprogramming yourself, okay? It's also key to practice affirmations, all right, guys? Talk out loud. Think about what you'd like to have. Write down what you do. Also, it's extremely important at this step to focus on your sleep, your exercise, your diet, and also where you allocate your time, okay? So this is going to conclude step one. Let's go ahead on and move to step two. All right, start the timer. Step two is to assess your current situation, guys. This is going to, be like self-reflecting. Just sit down and evaluate your finances, okay? What's bothering you financially, all right? And also look what you have. You may not have a lot, but you always have something, all right? So evaluate your finances. And one thing I really like about step two is auditing your time. Okay, start to keep track of what you're spending your time on, what's productive, and what's a waste of your time. That's really going to allow you to hone in on what's effective in your life and to allocate, your energy to things that are actually going to get you to step three. The last step into step two is to define your skills and strengths. This is going to allow you to hone in on what you're good at and also what you may be able to offer to the world. All right, the next one, step three, is to build a financial foundation. All right, now all these steps feed into each other, and the reason why I like this one is because you have creating a budget. Now, at this step, once you've evaluated your finances and you've audited your time, you should have the time to create a budget and also a way to hash out how you're going to get rid of credit card debt. Everyone has credit card debt, but it's key to get it paid off as quickly as possible so that you're avoiding high interest. Also, what could help a lot of people avoid financial stress is establishing an emergency fund. This is going to be 3 to 6 months of living expenses, whether it be for your rent or for your food or for your children. The more responsibilities you have, obviously, the more expensive this emergency fund is going to be, depending on where you live, depending on your lifestyle already, and you may need to make some adjustments to get that going. All right, let's move on to step four. Step four is to develop skills, okay? This is focusing on learning things with high earnings potential, all right? There's different skills out there in the world that you may be good at or you're curious about learning, and it's important to kind of hash out what skills you could use to earn an income, right? And what are actually monetizable or valuable in a way to innovate or solve a problem, right? So developing skills is really, really important. Also, to invest in learning at step four, guys. This is when you're going to want to allocate time because you've already audited your time up here. So now you should be able to invest in your own personal learning every single day. And also, this is going to build you a portfolio, a kind of what you're good at. It's going to allow you to streamline this whole process once you've actually finished step 1, 2, and 3. So for the next step, step 5, let's go ahead and start the timer, guys, is to leverage technology. All right, now in today's day and age, we have all these tools like AI, automation, computers, phones, SMS, emails, you name it. So identify tasks to automate that may lead to potential income sources that are based on your high-value skills. Okay, it's also important to explore online opportunities to potentially scale who you are and what you're doing. Okay, this could be monetizing your processes on YouTube. It could be documenting it on social media. It could be anything that's using technology to leverage your opportunities. And also to be driven by innovation and technology and embrace what's going on and the changes in the world that is actually being ran by technology. And that's the future outlook of businesses in technology, if you ask me. So once you have all these things situated, at this point you should be able to start creating passive income for yourself, guys. Once you've done this and you're already pretty much established, you have a portfolio, you're scaled online, and you're using technology, you could start to formulate ways to create passive income and monetize your knowledge using technology, whether it be YouTube or social media or whatever. Also, to invest in income producing assets. This includes stocks, bonds, real estate. Some things that you wouldn't want to invest into are things that depreciate in value, like clothes, shoes, cars, those types of things. So by allocating your choices that you use to make with your income, and it can either be an asset or a liability. That's where you start to realize this in step 6 here and start to make those decisions to lean toward a more passive income. Okay, let's move on to the next step here, guys, is to network and to collaborate with the people around you, the like-minded individuals. This could be so key, to be around people who are also interested in about what you're doing. Join communities. It's also really important to be humble and to realize that you may not know everything about what you're doing. So a mentor is always going to help you, someone who's been there, done that. To collaborate on projects with people who may need your help, may need your skills. At this point, you're already making a passive income, so you're using these network and collaboration skills to increase and scale your income passively. Okay, and then also at this point, once you start to network and collaborate more, you're going to end up having to travel for business. Okay, and at this point, while you're traveling for business, because you leverage technology, you're also creating an audience around what you're doing at the same time, guys. This is so key. Okay, let's move on to the step 8, which would be to optimize and to scale. This kind of feeds into step 7, is to reinvest in growth potential. Is to take some of that passive income that you're making or some of that side income and reinvest it into other things that may be able to scale what you've got going on, like delegating time or tasks and outsourcing potential things that are slowing you down or slowing down the people around you. And that's how you scale, guys, is you optimize and you scale. You expand to a global reach, and this comes from traveling for business, right? And then at this point, once you're traveled and you're not just kind of in one area, you're allowed to strategically grow through different revenue streams, whether it be through technology, through travel, through networking, there's many things, guys. All right, we're running out of time. Let's move on to step 9, okay? Step 9 is to maintain and adapt, okay? Once you get to where you want to be, guys, it's important to not knock yourself back down to step 1 or 2, right? So you're going to want to track your progress every single day. Stay grateful. Make sure you're continuing every other step, prior to step 9. So stay informed also with the macros of the economy, all right? And then this is going to allow you, once you have passive income, it's going to allow you to unlock the ability to pivot into things that you may find fascinating or interesting. And this is when you're going to start to unlock fulfillment and enjoyment here, guys. It's going to open doors for you to be more flexible with your time, and smaller adjustments are going to make bigger changes, okay? They're going to lead to new challenges, but with new challenges comes new opportunities, right? So the last and final step, guys, this is when you've done every single step, and this is what I would call the enjoyment and fulfillment stage of success, okay? This is when you're celebrating milestones with the people around you and with your friends and your loved ones. You're redistributing time away from financial gains, okay? So at this point, as you go down the ladder, you can start to become more and more selfless to be able to help others and allocate your time. At step 1, guys, you need to be the most selfish, unfortunately. But at this point, this is when you share with with others. You mentor others. You have financial freedom. You have time, and you also, share your riches and the things that you've accomplished and knowledge with your children and the people around you. And this is the real key, guys. Step 10 is success, okay? Having these relationships in your life,